Hi, I'm Tina, an energy life coach. Today, I'd like to take a moment of your time and talk to you about language noise, or what I love to call the language of Now, I've been teaching development circles for a decade, and in that time, under ethics and values, one of the key points that I talk on is um. When we speak and consistently use the word we are further dictating that we are using a part of our brain to figure out what it is we need or want to say or convey. And over the last year, during this whole COVID, I have, of course, watched an incredible amount of news. And when I've been watching the news and listening to all the experts that they bring on that are speaking about said field that they're an expert in, it continues to baffle me how many people use that word. And during my development classes, when we use that word we're covering up because we don't have an understanding of what comes next. And we're experts in our field, and every person is an expert at something, an expert in their field of whatever that happens to be. And I want to give you a scenario, and I would like you to listen to the difference between the two and find out what you have more believability in. So, in the first statement, I'm going to talk to you about the energy center of red, the root. And the root, of course, is red, and ways that we can support the red is, of course, through the use of food. And different types of food would be like red meat and beets and raspberries and strawberries, cranberries, rhubarb, red apples, red peppers. And the way that they support that root is, of course, is that they're color coded, and they resonate at the same vibration as that root center, supporting our blood and our bones. So in that statement, I use the word I believe very consistently. Now, if I gave you the same statement or a similar statement without the language noise. Today, I want to take a moment of your time and speak to you about the root. The root is full of passion and vitality. It governs our blood and our bones. One of the most easy ways that we can support that root is, of course, with food. Food is color coded. It tells us at what resonance or in what energy it's going to help support us. So when we eat red meat, it is dense, it keeps us rooted and grounded. The iron in that red meat, of course, supports our blood. When we eat things like beets, they're a root food, supporting our root. When we eat things like red berries, like strawberries and raspberries and cranberries, when we eat things that are like red, like rhubarb, all of those things help to support our blood and bones. It keeps us physically present in our bodies so that we can be present in our lives. And if one thing, time and time again, I've seen over the course of this last year, is the root also governs our flight or fight response. And for many people, it's a flight. They're looking for an escape, a way to get away from the current events of the world. Instead of going, all right, I can be present every single day in my life. I can be present in my life for the people that are in my life. I'm not running away. I'm not looking for an escape. I am focused in my root. I want to be physically present. Now, that statement that I just gave you, one, is true, but two, I'm an expert in my field. I do not need to fill it with language noise like the word. And I encourage you to really take note on how many statements and sentences you use filled with language noise. And then I encourage you to try and drop some of that language noise, reminding yourself that you are an expert in your life. You are an expert in what you do. And you will find that your conviction is more and more strong the less you use that language noise. You will find that people are really taking note of what you have to say because they have an innate understanding that you absolutely are an expert in what you're talking about. Until next time, thank you. Have a great day.